A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Read what they say about Chesterfields in daily newspapers covering all 48 states. It's for you and for me.
A.
Always milder,
B.
better tasting,
C.
cooler smoking.
A, B, C.
Always by Chesterfield, they satisfy.
Smoke rings from smoke rings.
While a Chesterfield burns.
Chesterfield presents Author Godfrey Time. Yes, it's Author Godfrey and all the little Godfreys. The Mariners and Archie Blyer and his orchestra.
In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine, on the farm again, where men are men, broadcasting from the chicken pen, my songs are a hit with the sows, and I find that I tickle the cows as I sit reclining in Virginia on the tail in the lonesome pine. Hello, everybody. Happy bellyache to you. I got a letter from Mrs. Gerald R. Parrish of Washington, D.C. She says, you seem to enjoy in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia so much, I thought you'd like to hear some alternate lyrics, which I learned as a child. Arch, give me that intro again. In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia stood a cow on the railroad track. She was a nice old cow with eyes so fine, but you can't expect a cow to read a railroad sign. So she stood in the middle of the track, and the train hit her right in the back. You'll find her horns in the mountains of Virginia, and her tail on the lonesome spine. Look, I won't have you kicking my favorite song around like that now. Doggone, that's a pretty song. It's, well, here it is the day after Thanksgiving, and I got a sort of a far-away feeling. Reason is I can't crowd up any closer to the mic. I'm sitting here like a hibernating bear, wearing my old purple pajamas, trying not to breathe. These pajamas used to fit me, too, but today I got a bare midriff. Speaking of which, who was it gave me this? Jill Warren, wasn't it? Yeah, Jill Warren gave me an ad out of the New Yorker just before she left for the West Coast. Maybe you saw this ad about tuck-away pajamas. Tuck-away pajamas. You can tuck your shirt inside your pants, you see. And it says it puts that daytime good looks into bedtime attire. It says no man, when dressed for bed, will ever match his wife's allure when she is similarly attired. But in these new, differently designed pajamas, he can preserve much of the civilized appearance that characterizes his daytime clothes. Do we really look so uncivilized in our pajamas, huh? It says, by hanging the sleeves of the jacket like those of a suit coat and cutting the trousers just like smart slacks, we avoid entirely the scarecrow shapelessness of ordinary pajamas with their bow-legged trousers and flour sack coats, and afford worthwhile dividends of comfort and self-respect. Heavenly days. All these years I've had no comfort, no self-respect. My. It's amazing what you learn as you grow older, ain't it? Well, how did you all enjoy Thanksgiving? You did all right, huh? Jeanette, did something finally come your way?
You know, yesterday after the show, there were so many nice telephone calls that came in, people asking me to have Thanksgiving dinner with them that I couldn't acknowledge them all. But I never thought that anything like that would happen when I said I didn't have anything to do.
That ain't what you said. You said you didn't have a beat-up thing to do.
Well, at that time, I didn't. But it turned out real fun.
That's what I thought. Yes. We had quite a party here, Archie said that the Thanksgiving party he went to last night was sort of nip and tuck all evening. Just took one nip and then tucked another. Well, down here, a fellow walked up to me at the party and said, "It's awful dull, ain't it? Let's go home." And I said, "It's dull, all right, but I can't go. I'm the host." So we sort of stuck around. We had stuffed olives here yesterday. You know what's a stuffed olive, don't you? It's a grape with a tail light. How about doing a little song for us, Jeanette, huh? Since you did so well yesterday. I heard you rehearsing a beautiful song. I want you to sing it specially for me. It's called "You're the Apple of My Eye, My Dear, and Rotten to the Core."
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet, they're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses at the bottom, I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better, and close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. Gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet, they're gonna knock me off my feet. A lot of kisses at the bottom, I'll be glad I got 'em. Gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better, and close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you, and make believe it came from you.
Yes. Make believe it came from you. I would like to suggest that you do yourself just about the greatest smoking favor you can. Try Chesterfields today, my friend. There's no kidding you. You really will be doing yourself a smoking favor when you smoke Chesterfields. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you on account of why. Chesterfield always has the right combination of the world's best tobaccos. Always mild, ripe tobaccos for Chesterfield. That's why Chesterfields always give the three simple ABCs of smoking pleasure. A means always milder, B, better tasting, C, cooler smoking. And that's why Chesterfields really satisfy. So make your next pack a fresh white pack of Chesterfields, and you'll see what I'm telling you is true. Chesterfields really satisfy. And if you buy them by the carton, they're doubly satisfy. Hey, I got a very, very interesting letter from a Mr. E.J. Davis. Mr. Davis. That's an engineer in Chicago. Ain't no kin of yourn, is he, Jeanette?
No, my father's AC.
AC. Alternating current. This is Mr. E.J. Well, I thought maybe it could be Ken. He lives in Chicago. That's where you're going today, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
What time you going to take off?
1:15 this afternoon. I'll get in at 4:05.
4:05.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have yourself a good time. You're going to get another Thanksgiving dinner, too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, marvelous. Well, this fella Davis, maybe you better look him up. He's an engineer out there, and he tells me his firm has developed a revolutionary machine for use in chicken houses. He says that in wintertime, most poultrymen keep the lights turned on in their chicken houses for a while before sunrise and after sundown. On account of chickens, they're used to putting in a 13-hour day in the summer, so it's really no extra strain for them. Now, the only trouble is, according to Mr. Davis, that when the hen house lights are suddenly turned out at night, the hens don't have time to get up on the roost. Then they fly up in the dark, and sometimes they conk their noggins doing it, and this impairs egg production. And it's confusing, too. See a chicken with an egg on its head, you can't tell which end is up. Well, now, this new machine will change all this. It's called an automatic sunrise and sunset duplicator, because it turns up the lights gradually, and then the hens wake up normally and start off the day feeling good. And at night, the hen house lights go off in 15 minutes of gradual dimming. This increases the output, according to Mr. Davis, and causes the eggs to be laid an hour earlier, same as I do when I'm on daylight saving time. I was going to get one of those new machines for my hen house, but I got a cheaper idea. I'll just get the band down here and have them play Let Yourself Go. Which reminds me, you boys have no doubt been working on a tune. How about a little thing called Sometimes I'm Happy? Very nice, boys, very nice. That was Archie Blyer and his boys. Cy Schaefer, the trombonist, went to a party last night dressed as a hula dancer. Somebody slipped a piece of ice down his back, and he won first prize, I hear. Got a note from a listener here. Says, Tuesday you said you wanted to do something new and different, and you came up with a mystery. Says, I have another suggestion. Sometime, why don't you try comedy? You dear boy. All of them which laughed up there gets docked. Me. I see a couple down in Statesville, North Carolina, just had their second set of triplets. Imagine that. 2 sets of triplets. Wonder whether they're boys or girls. News item doesn't say. I guess it doesn't matter, though. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Hey, listen. I I have some helpful hints that I'd like to pass on to you in case you're not getting this program properly. From an article by Doris Dennison in the American Weekly. Miss Dennison begins by asking, are you sure you're getting the best possible performance from your radio? If you can't hear a program distinctly, she says it's probably for a lot of good reasons. Well, all I know is that this program is distinct when it leaves here. And possibly, says Miss Dennison, you are overloading your speaker. Boy, there's nothing worse than a speaker overloaded, huh? Excessively high volume puts undue pressure on the speaker, she says, and will eventually cause it to rattle, and in some cases to break down completely. Yeah, I remember one case where somebody turned up the volume on John Reed King. The whole house caved in. Another thing Miss Dennison says, sound has a way of disappearing. Heavy drapes, upholstered chairs, soft fabrics absorb sound. Long-handled underwear does the same thing. So get the upholstered chairs and children and long-handled ones out of the room and mop up the drapes. And when you have a choice as to where to put your radio, put it where it'll do the most good and no cracks. And since there aren't any chairs and nothing in the room anymore, you've cleaned it all out, just tip the speaker toward the floor so it'll blare at the people. Miss Dennison closes with a tip on tubes. She says a radio will often function even with some of the tubes worn out, but the reception will certainly be less pleasant. So if anybody thinks that this program is more unpleasant than it used to be, don't tell me your troubles. Put in some new tube. Here are 4 lads who had a terrific Thanksgiving. They went to a party, too. When the hostess asked them to take off their masks, they had to confess they weren't wearing one. They've got quite a nice song for us, though. A very pretty song called When You Wore a Tulip and I Wore something, I forgot. Red Rose. Red Rose.
You wore a tulip, a sweet yellow tulip, and I wore a big red rose. When you caressed me, 'twas then heaven blessed me. What a blessing, no one knows. You made like Cheery when you called me dearie. 'Twas down where the bluegrass grows. Your lips were sweeter than julep when you wore the tulip, and I wore a big red rose. I met you in a garden in an old Kentucky town. The sun was shining down. You wore a gingham gown. Time has not changed your loveliness. You're just as sweet to me. I can't forget the days that used to be. When you wore a tulip, a sweet yellow tulip, and I wore a big red rose. When you caressed me, 'twas then heaven blessed me. What a blessing, no one knows. You know that you made like Cheery when you called me dearie. 'Twas down where the bluegrass grows. Your lips were sweeter than the julep when you wore a tulip, and I wore a big red
That's wonderful. Oh, me, that's wonderful. What was that? When the guy went before the judge over in Baltimore the other day, he didn't say anything. He just handed His Honor a piece of paper that read as follows. Judge, Your Honor, I'll ask you, please, to give me a chance on my bended knees. I was trying to help an unfortunate friend, and now my future on you, dear Judge, does depend. The judge didn't reply with a poem, but he did give the guy a sentence. 60 days. I'll bet a poem like that would have worked on the guy that handed me that fine for speeding over in Jersey that time. It was a poetic type of justice, if ever I saw one. Justice of the peace. I know just what he'd have said after he read that poem. He would have said, roses are red, violets are nifty. That'll be $27.50. And here is today's household hint from the New York Post. It is about ironing, so you'll want to try it next Tuesday. It says, make use of the iron's stored heat. Turn the dial to off before you're quite through and iron the little odd pieces which need little heat. That's the end of the hint. I suppose by little odd pieces they mean things like rumpled shoelaces, quilt patches, damp dry cleaner tags, that sort of thing. Incidentally, if you use old-fashioned flat irons, don't bother turning that dial off. It reminds me of the story of the vacuum cleaner salesman. You remember that story? He was given a home demonstration for a prospective customer. He hauled out a large paper bag and proceeded to scatter the contents all over the lady's beautiful living room rug. Mud, gook, dirt, anything, all kind of stuff in there. And he made an awful mess of it. And then he said, now, madam, I'll eat every bit of this stuff that this vacuum cleaner doesn't pick up. The lady turned and started out of the room, and the salesman said, where are you going? She says, I'm going to get the salt and pepper. You see, we don't have any electricity. Yeah, Thank you, Archie. I'm glad you got that one. Will you kindly explain it to the rest of the cast this afternoon? I have there's quite a song I wanted to do for you this morning. What the heck? I've forgotten the words. Now, if I can just forget the melody, it'll save everybody a lot of grief, won't it? I tell you what, instead of that, let's have Jeanette Davis sing a beautiful thing called Solitude. In the Solitude.
In my solitude, you haunt me with reverie of days gone by. In my solitude, you taunt with memories that never, never die. I sit in my chair, I'm filled with despair. No one could feel so sad, with gloom everywhere. I sit and I stare. I know that I'll soon go mad in my solitude. I'm send back my love. I sit in my chair, I'm filled with despair. No one could be so sad, with gloom everywhere. I sit and I stare. I know that I'll soon go mad in my solitude. I'm praying, dear Lord above, send back my love.
Very, very nicely done, Jeanette. Thank you, honey. You go ahead now and get on your way to Chicago. Have a nice trip. See you Monday. Say, you've heard me speak of Cedric Adams, the columnist on the Minneapolis Star. Well, Cedric has discovered a new and unique movie theater out in Milton, North Dakota. This new movie is a theater at night, and during the day, it's an undertaker's establishment. Yeah. I bet you that's one place that nobody ever asked for a box seat. Personally, I think the combination ought to work out pretty swell, though. The way these movies have been lately, they could show one at night and then take it out and bury it the next morning, you know. Can't you just see the advertising on the marquee? See our sensational new comedy. It'll kill you, we hope. My gags would get all the biggest laughs on this show if it wasn't for the way Schaefer dresses, doggone it. Say, I have a letter here from, what'd you do, explain it to him, Arch? I don't know. Who knows what he wears? Well, I told you about what tobacco farmer Claude Whitehead had to say about the pleasure that comes from smoking Chesterfields, huh? There are thousands of smokers who smoke nothing but Chesterfields every single day. And there are some darn good reasons why so many smokers are satisfied with Chesterfields. Just like I tell you, Chesterfields always give you the right combination of the world's best tobaccos. Always the mild, ripe tobaccos for Chesterfield. And in the second place, this Chesterfield blend and these Chesterfield tobaccos always give you those ABCs. A, always milder. B, better tasting. C, cooler smoking. So why don't you try them today, huh? Do me a favor, will you? And you will do yourself a great service. Buy yourself a carton of Chesterfields today, and by the time you've finished them, you'll be a dyed-in-the-wool Chesterfield fan from now on. How about another song out of the Mariners? Got time, boys? Huh? Sure you have. Hurry up. Whiffenpoof song.
To the tables down at Maurice, to the place where Louis dwells, to the dear old Temple Bar we love so well. Sing, the whiffenpoofs assemble with their glasses raised on high, and the magic of their singing cast its spell. Yes, the magic of their singing, oh, the songs we love so well. Shall I wasting and the horning and the rest? We will serenade our Louis while life and voice shall last. Then we'll pass and be forgotten with the rest. We'll poor little lambs who have lost our way. Ba, ba, ba. We'll little black sheep who have gone astray. Ba, ba, ba. Gentlemen songsters off on the street, doomed from here to eternity. Lord, have mercy on such as we.
Day, will you? Take good care of yourselves. Be the good Lord willing, we'll see you again on Monday. This is Arthur Godfrey saying bye-bye for Chesterfield on CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From the heart of the jungle comes a savage cry of victory. This is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. From the black core of dark Africa, land of enchantment, mystery, and violence, comes one of the most colorful figures of all time, transcribed from the immortal pen of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Tarzan, the bronzed white son of the jungle. And now, in the very words of Mr. Burroughs, the story of Hunter's Fury.
In the background, one could hear the trumpeting of an elephant, the howling of a hyena, the roar of a lion. And yet this was no tangled jungle, but a collection of concrete and steel buildings that made up the zoo of a modern American city. One of the buildings housed the administrative offices, and Douglas Hanley, a young assistant curator, occupied a tiny cubicle on the second floor. At the moment, he wore a look of pain and consternation, almost as though he were face to face with one of his savage charges. But actually, he was alone in his office, and he was merely talking on the telephone. Talking? Well, for the most part, he was listening.
Yes, dear. Yes, I know, but... No, but Esther, we can't afford it. No, we're overdrawn now. Well, I'll try to dig up the money somewhere, but... Hello? Hello?
She hung up on you, huh?
Riggs, where did you come from?
The door was open.
Well, that doesn't mean you can storm in here like you own the place.
Oh, take it easy, Doug. I didn't mean to intrude on some private matter between you and your wife. Door was open, and
I'm sorry. I guess it's just that Esther's got me on edge. She keeps forgetting about the size of my salary. She's got sort of fancy ideas.
Hey, don't they all? Say, talking about fancy ideas, we finished building that stone archway for the special new polar bear cage. I thought you might like to okay it.
Well, I can't get over there for a while. I've got a sick panther cub I've got to take a look at. But incidentally, Riggs, it's not a cage. The man who's contracting the job ought to know that.
Well, I keep forgetting there's not an iron bar in the whole contraption. But it seems sort of automatic to call a place where you keep animals a cage.
If I had any, I'd put my own money into improving the quarters for all the animals. No iron bars, no concrete floors, no cages. Only natural barriers like pits or water to keep the animals on the inside from the animals on the outside.
Yeah. Well, this animal sure hopes they build 1 million of these fancy contraptions. I'm making a nice profit on the deal. I sure appreciate your putting the good word in for me.
Your bid was the lowest and your specifications were the best. There was no reason why I shouldn't have insisted on your getting the job, Riggs.
Now, Doug, I hope you won't take it wrong, but about that phone call I barged in on.
Yes?
Well, it looks like you're in a little hot water financially. I'd be glad to help you out with a couple of $100.
Thanks just the same, Riggs, but I'll manage somehow.
I heard you say you tried to dig up the money. Well, what's a good friend if he won't give you some dough?
Give me? No, I couldn't accept a gift. But, of course, a loan of about $200 would help me out of a tough spot.
Oh, that's more like it. I'll write you out a check. Then we'll walk down and take a look at that swell job you threw my way.
I'll meet you there right after I've taken a look at that sick panther cub.
Thousands of miles away, deep in the heart of the African jungle, at exactly the same moment, another man knelt by the side of an ailing panther cub. And while Tarzan poured healing herbs into the animal's wounds, Torgo, his small native friend, looked at him curiously.
Why you do that, Tarzan?
Well, the little fellow's mother is dead, Torgo, so she can't lick the wounds Bogani the gorilla inflicted. Unless we do something, he'll die.
Torgo know that. Not what he means.
You mean, why am I going to all this trouble to save his life?
Deal. Tarzan often kills Sheeta the panther. Why you not kill this one?
I've often told you, Torgo. I kill only when a jungle animal threatens my life or when I need food. Were I to kill every animal I encounter, the jungle would soon be completely empty of animals.
Tarzan kill every animal in jungle?
No. Oh, I have plenty of help. The members of your tribe kill many other tribes do likewise, and the white man who comes with his thunder stick and his traps, he's the worst of all.
Tarmangani bad.
Oh, no, not all white men are bad, but they don't realize that when they kill more than they need for food, When they fire at every living thing that crosses their path, they're destroying the jungle.
Destroy?
The animals furnish our food. We make clothing and shelter of their hides. Their skins are used for our sleeping mats, and they feed on the rodents and insects that prey on our fields. Once Africa's animals are gone, we too are doomed.
Animals gone soon?
Well, many kinds of animals are already extinct. That means that there are no more of them. That's why we must nurse sick animals back to health. And why we must fight the white men when they come to kill.
The panther cub Tarzan nursed was soon healthy and strong again. And so was the cub Douglas Hanley had nursed. But the troubles of civilized life were more complex than those of the jungle. And now Douglas Hanley was faced with a serious threat. It was in the form of his friend, Herbert Riggs.
Did you see that newspaper article about the animals?
I gave the reporter the information.
Then it's true that an African elephant's worth $6,000, that a giraffe brings $4,000, a hippopotamus is worth $5,000, and that a white rhinoceros is good for 15 G's?
Of course it's true. Good specimens are almost unobtainable these days.
You know all about animals, don't you, Doug?
Well, it's been my life's work.
And you stand in with these zoo officials. They'd contract for any animals you'd bring back.
That I'd bring back? I'm not a hunter, Riggs.
Yeah, I know. You and I are going to Africa.
Oh, but that's ridiculous. We're not...
Well, it ain't ridiculous to me. There's $1 million in the racket, and you ain't turning me down.
I'd like to oblige you, but my work's here in the zoo.
And if you don't give me the okay on this deal, you won't have a job here.
What do you mean, Riggs?
Just this. I got a canceled check I made out to you for $200.
But I paid you back.
In cash. And you didn't get a receipt. If I should give my version, you didn't pay it back. You got me that job building the polar bear contraption. And that was your rake off.
Why, you...
Now, easy.
I suppose it would look like that.
We'll contact every other zoo in the country, too. We'll supply them all. When we get back home, there won't be an animal left in the African jungle.
In just a moment, we'll continue with our story of Hunter's Fury. Many months had passed since Tarzan had nursed the panther cub back to health, and he was on his way to the Punya village once again. He traveled rapidly through the upper level of jungle growth, and at his side, leaping from branch to branch, was Nakima, the tiny monkey, who looked upon Tarzan as a god. From time to time, Nakima scurried off on expeditions of his own. And now, as Tarzan dropped from a tree inside the boma of the Punya kraal, the chattering monkey scampered away.
Jumbo, Maboki.
Jumbo, Tarzan. Why Manu run away?
Oh, he distrusts men. The only reason he accepts me is that he thinks I'm half monkey.
Is right for animals distrust men, for men distrust animals. Not right other way.
What are you getting at?
Tarzan, remember Panther Cub he saved after Borgani, the gorilla, killed Panther's mama?
Of course.
When Tarzan leave Punya village, boy Torgo keep on like nurse to Panther.
Oh, I can see nothing wrong in that. I'm happy that Torgo's begun to realize that animals can be our friends as well as our enemies.
Panther and Torgo too much good friends now. Everywhere Torgo walk, Panther come. Now Panther grow large, is dangerous. Already he claw Mama Nagama. Not want Torgo's own mama touch him.
Oh, I'll see what I can do about that jealous panther.
Nadio, Tarzan do something. For Sheeta, the panther, kill someone of tribe.
But, Torgo, can't you see that he is dangerous? He's even snarling at me.
Not do anything if Torgo tell him not to.
Well, perhaps you're right, but I
He's right. Watch. Sheeta, not make noise. Quiet. Now, Sheeta, sit down.
Well, you do seem to have him well trained.
Now, lie down, Sheeta.
Well, that's wonderful. You've done a marvelous job of training him, Torgo. But I'm told that he permits no one else to come near him, nor you, that he scratched Mama Nagama very badly.
Yes, but that 'cause Torgo left him alone. Not leave him again. Sheeta not hurt anyone when Torgo with him.
But you can't be with him night and day, and a grown panther is after...
Tarzan!
I'm inside the Hema. Come in, Mabuki.
Mabuki, tell Chief Tarzan is here. And Chief says he's...
Watch out, Mabuki! Watch out!
No, Sheeta! No, stop, Sheeta! Not hurt Mabuki! Good, Sheeta. He do what Torgo say.
Torgo, I have tried to reason with you, but I'm through with words. Anyone who'd seen Sheeta leap at Mabuki as he came through the door would know that he's not a safe pet to keep in a village. Now, Torgo, you may keep him with you tonight, but in the morning I must take him deep into the jungle and set him free.
Oh, no, not take Sheeta. Not take friend of Torgo. Not take my Sheeta from me.
That night, when Tarzan and the people of Punya were asleep, Torgo fastened a slender rope of twisted vine around the neck of his pet and crept from the village. But when the two strange traveling companions had reached the tall grass and the dense undergrowth of Sheeta's birthplace, the animal lost all vestiges of domesticity. With a deep roar, he broke from Torgo. The slender rope snapped and the magnificent beast plunged into the jungle night, with Torgo attempting vainly to follow. And a few miles away, a safari led by two white men plodded through the Congo night with the aid of flaming torches and trained guides. Douglas Hanley and Herbert Riggs were hunting for animals to take back to the zoos of America.
Hey, you! Keep moving! You're getting paid enough to set a decent pace.
I wouldn't shout at our guides, Riggs. We're pretty dependent on them. Besides, shouting's apt to frighten away any animals.
How about those torches? Won't they frighten them?
I don't think so. The jungle animals, like men, are curious. I think they may come to investigate the bright light. Say, this little ravine here might be a good place to stop and spread the nets.
Okay. Hey, you! Our expert says this is a good place to stop.
Now, if we can mark off a small area and then take the nets and suspend them from the edge of the...
Answer! Give me my gun, Doug.
It's a magnificent specimen. Maybe we can capture it.
I'm not taking any chances. My gun. Here. I used to be a good shot. Now I can hold my arm steady, get a bead on him.
Yo, Sheeta, not shoot him, white man.
Hold it, you'll hit the boy.
So I hit him. I'm not risking
No,
my...
Sheeta, not make noise. Quiet. Good, Sheeta. Now, sit. Good. Now, lie down.
Hey, get that.
It's amazing.
Lead the panther to this cage over here, little boy.
No, not put Sheeta in cage.
Now, just until we've had a chance to talk for a few minutes. We'll let him out later.
Sure?
Yeah, sure. That's the fella. Right in here now.
Go in cage, Sheeta.
You
White
know,
man let you out later.
there's a kid that can handle animals the way he can. Why, he'll be a big asset for us. He'll be right handy to have around the camp.
White man keep Torgo with them?
Well, say, looks like he goes for that deal.
You mean you'd like to stay with us?
The deal. Torgo stay with white man. If man called Tarzan come look for Torgo, you tell him you not see him.
Torgo, why are you afraid of this Tarzan?
He want to take my panther and set him free.
Oh, one of those birds who's against capturing animals, huh? Well, don't worry, Torgo. We won't tell him you're here. And if he starts trying to set the animals we capture free, he'll get more than he bargained for.
The white men had made camp, and Torgo was fast asleep in one of the tents, even before the hunters had spread their nets of steel-like cord and taken their sentry posts. In the darkness of the Congo night, a deceptive calm descended upon the encampment. But in the village of the Punya, all was confusion. Torgo's absence had been discovered. Tarzan took to the trees, following Torgo's spoor. And as he traveled through the upper level, Nakima the monkey joined in the pursuit, dancing ahead, chattering furiously. Suddenly, Nakima screamed. He had been caught in a giant net. Tarzan leaped to the aid of the small monkey, and he, too, was soon enmeshed in the steel-like nets of the white men.
I wouldn't fight those nets, Jungle Man.
What?
We had them specially designed. The more you fight them, the tighter grip they get.
So, you're responsible for these nets. You're a hunter who has come to rob the jungle of its animals, huh?
Rob's an ugly word, and you're not in any position to start insulting people.
Why are you raising that gun to your shoulder?
We've been expecting you. You're Tarzan, ain't you?
Yes, but
yeah. And you don't like the idea of people capturing animals, huh? Well, this gun will guarantee we won't have any interference from you.
just a moment, the exciting conclusion of Hunter's Fury.
In the name of heaven, Riggs, put that gun down.
This is my business.
And mine. Up until now, I've taken all your orders, but I'm not going to stand by and see you commit murder.
All right, Doug, I won't shoot him. But I can tell you this. We ain't setting him free. You, drag that heavy cage over here. Put it right under this tree. That's it. Right here. Now open the top and I'll drop our 2 prisoners in.
Hey, Riggs, the monkey slipped through the bars.
Yeah? Well, monkeys don't bring much anyway. And Tarzan won't slip through.
But he's got his knife arm free now.
When he can't cut through those bars, you can bet your life on that. Well, I'm turning in now, Doug. You keep a watch over him. And if he escapes, you'll answer with your life. Pleasant dreams, Tarzan.
I heard the other man call you Doug, and you call him Riggs, huh?
That's right.
You seem strange, partners.
Yeah, I guess we do.
You don't seem like a man who hates animals enough to want to capture them and keep them behind bars for the rest of their lives.
I don't approve of bars and cages at all. But I think a number of animals should be taken back to civilization.
Why?
Well, I don't believe a child's education is really complete unless he's seen an elephant, a mother kangaroo with her young, a few day-old zebra running about, fending for itself.
You talk about animals as though you loved them.
I do.
I've seldom met white men with that feeling.
You speak as though you weren't a white man.
Oh, I'm white, all right, but sometimes the actions of men like Riggs make me ashamed of my race. Why do you take his orders?
Well, that's sort of a personal matter.
It's obvious that you're afraid of him.
Yes, I am.
If you were to set me free, I'd guarantee he'd not harm you.
I can't set you free, Tarzan.
I've never pled for my own life, but when I was caught in your nets, I was searching for a small native boy by the name of Torgo. He ran away from his home, and he may be in great danger somewhere in the jungle.
Torgo's safe. He's
what?
asleep in a tent on the far edge of the camp.
Torgo's here? Does Riggs intend to take him home as a zoo specimen also?
I don't know what Riggs intends to do, but I guess I'll have to go along with whatever he plans.
Well, Doug, how are things coming?
Everything's repacked and ready. The safari will be ready to move along in a couple of minutes. What did you do with the boy?
I bought him some breakfast into his tent for him. Then sent him ahead as one of the porters. I don't want to take any chance on his seeing Tarzan.
Just what do you intend to do with Tarzan?
We're just going to leave him here. We can spare that one cage.
But why, snakes can get in, or scorpions. Or even if they don't, he'll starve to death.
Maybe you think I ought to let him loose so he can mess up our whole expedition.
But you can't leave him.
I came here for animals. They're worth a fortune, and I intend having them. I'm going to fill every one of those cages. And I'm leaving that last big one for the white rhino. $15,000. 15 grand. And I should let that jungle man free. Ha! Come on. Let's get rolling. Come on.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Tarzan.
Well, Nikima, you decided to come back and visit me in my cage, huh? Well, you brought me some fruit. It was very kind, very intelligent of you. Well, I'm afraid I can't live long on the food you'll be able to carry to me. If you could bring me a file so I could... Wait a minute. Nikima, do you see that stone over there? Dan Yeland? Get it for me, Nikima. Get me that stone.
It took quite a bit of coaxing, but at last Nikima fetched the stone. It was too soft to make any impression on the bars. Later, Nikima fetched a second and a third stone, but they crumbled at the first touch. Not until the evening of the second day did the monkey bring a stone that was hard enough to serve as a crude file. And even then, it fit in slowly, painfully so. Nikima watched his guard with animal curiosity, and then he too began to file away, imitating Tarzan monkey fashion. Nikima began to chatter happily, but Tarzan knew that it might be days or even weeks until he could free himself and follow the trail of Torgo and the hunters. And in the meantime, the safari moved further and further along the Congo Trail. Weeks passed, and fortune seemed to smile on the ambitions of Herbert Riggs.
Well, there's another elephant to take back. See that he's staked down well.
He won't get away. Nothing gets away from us.
Yeah, you said it. Look at them all. Each one just a nice fat deposit in the bank.
What, Rick? Now all but last cage filled.
Oh, so?
You say last cage for White Rhino.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you've been a big help tracking down that game, Torgo.
You promised if I help you let Sheeta out of cage.
Yeah, he's a good specimen. We're keeping him. But you can scram.
Riggs, we're not turning that boy loose in this wilderness.
Oh, ain't we? As soon as we got our White Rhino, we're heading back, and I'm not being held up acting as a nursemaid. Hey, what's he saying? What's all the excitement about?
Let's see White Rhino in riverbed.
I see him, and I can shoot him from here.
But you want to capture him.
He'll get away if I don't shoot. But if I can plug him in the leg, it'll slow him down. Now, get out of my way. I've got him. Now, get in there after him. Get in and tie him up.
He's badly wounded and he's dangerous. You can't expect the natives to risk their lives trying to tie him up.
Wait in there, I said. You, headman. Lead the rest of them.
Kill us.
If you don't start out after him, I'll kill you. I'm not letting 15 grand slip out of my hand. Now get going.
No, let go.
All right, you asked for it.
Riggs, in the name of Captain...
Now the rest of you, hop to it or I'll give you the same.
Behind the frightened natives was a man mad with his elephant gun trained on him. And in front was a wounded and ranched rhinoceros. But even the roaring beast was less fearful than the now almost insane Riggs. They waded into the water, into the path of the charging rhino. Just when the death of a dozen of them seemed inevitable, a white savage leaped from the trees at the river's edge. His knife found the vulnerable spot between the soft folds of the rhino's belly, and the knife plunged again and again and again. Now Tarzan headed for the bank. But the weeks of privation and near fasting had taken their toll. He staggered uncertainly and fell to the ground.
All right, men. You can put Tarzan in the cage we had saved for the White Rhino. And lock the boy in with his friend, the panther.
Riggs, you're insane.
Insane enough to kill you, too, if you try to interfere. Now do what I told you, men. Or I'll shoot you the way I did your head man. Every one of you, if I have to.
And so the safari started back towards civilization. But a small monkey had decided that he liked the game of filing iron bars. Only this time he worked under Torgo's supervision with a steel file he'd stolen from the safari's toolbox. Unnoticed by the crazed Riggs, he worked in the dead of night until finally several of the bars were almost cut through.
Torgo think maybe Sheeta can break through bars now, Nikima. Quiet, Nikima. Quiet, Sheeta. Good, Sheeta. Now break through cage. Please, Sheeta. Understand, Torgo. Break through cage. Here. Right here. Good, Sheeta. Now we can find Tarzan's cage and then...
Hey, what's going on over here? I thought I heard... Get the panther off me! Save me,
Sheeta! Come back! Sheeta! Sheeta!
What happened? I heard a panther roar. Riggs.
Sheeta killed bad man, then run away. Torgo not mean him to kill Guana Rag.
It's all right, Torgo. I know you would have stopped him if you could have. Not even Riggs deserved a death like that. But now there are other things to think about.
Free Tarzan.
Right. That's the first thing.
Well, now what, Doug?
I'll let you call the plays, Tarzan. And I know I don't deserve any consideration from you. If I hadn't been weak, I would have done something about Riggs.
Oh, weakness can't be overcome in an instant. But I hope you'll gain strength now.
I'm willing to free the animals, all of them.
Tarzan, Torgo wants his Sheeta back.
Torgo, Sheeta repaid us for saving his life when he was a cub, and now he's gone to join his own kind. And most of the animals you've captured, Doug, must also be free to join theirs. But I do think you should be permitted to take some of them back. A pair of each kind, perhaps, so that boys and girls everywhere, like Torgo, can learn to know and understand the animals of the jungle.
In just a moment, a preview of a very unusual story of Tarzan. Somewhere in the jungle, the drums beat ominously. Twins have been born to a native chief, and the tribesmen are scaring off the demons that have brought them. For more firmly implanted than any other superstitions are those surrounding accursed twins. And on their way into the jungle are two beautiful American girls, also twins, who are doomed to meet the strange consequences of these jungle superstitions.
Tarzan, a transcribed creation of the famous Edgar Rice Burroughs, is produced by Walter White, Jr., prepared for radio by Bud Lesser, with original music by Albert Glasser. This is a Commodore production. Listen to our next story, Trouble Comes in Pairs, another thrilling episode of The Lord of the Jungle.
CBS Radio brings you The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.
Here's star George Brent. Cold and sinus trouble can ruin an actor's performance. To feel better fast, I take the newest medicine for those miseries. New improved 4-way cold tablets.
Today's 4-way contains a decongestant to drain sinus congestion while it relieves cold distress. Tests prove 4-way acts faster than any other leading cold or sinus tablet to relieve muscular pains, reduce fever, relieve headache without upsetting stomach. Drain sinus congestion, too. Get new 4-way cold tablets, 39 cents.
I want to speak to Mr. Piper, please. Well, conference or no conference, Miss Brown, he'll have to be interrupted. Here it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We have 25 relatives coming tomorrow for Thanksgiving dinner and no turkey. Yes, I'll hold on. Thank you. Oh, really?
Well, it's a good thing I happened to ask about the turkey. That's all I can say.
I never gave it a thought, Aunt Effie, because he said to me a week ago, 2 weeks ago now, don't worry about the turkey. It's being delivered the day before Thanksgiving. Said he'd call the turkey farm.
Well, maybe it'll still be delivered then. The day isn't over. And I expect this is a busy day for a turkey farm. And you said the turkey was all paid for.
Yes, he won it in the office raffle. I had already ordered a turkey, and I canceled the order when he said he'd won a turkey. Oh, I tell you, these raffle things. Didn't we tell you about this huge freezer I won in a raffle? Brand new, but we can't even sell it. Even though we put an ad in the paper, it sits in a warehouse. We pay storage charges, if you can imagine.
Mommy?
Don't slam the door. Oh, hello? Hello? Yes. No.
Mommy?
No turkey at all.
Don't bother your mother now, Betsy. She's talking to Daddy.
But I wanted to tell her about
No
the
turkey has been delivered. Aunt Effie and I have been here all day.
Yes, it is, Mommy. That's what I came in to tell you. The man just brought it.
Did you hear that? It's been delivered. The turkey's here.
Yes, dear. It's all right. Sorry to interrupt your conference. I was getting sort of frantic. No, Betsy says the man just brought it. Yeah. Well, you know, our luck with these raffle things, I thought something has gone wrong. All right, dear. Goodbye. Oh, well, nice to know 25 people will have something to eat.
Yes.
Gee, do we have to eat him? He's so cute. His eyes blink and he gobbles. I can see him through the bars of the crate.
He gobbles?
You mean he's alive?
Yes, and he's just darling.
There is no sense going on about it. I most certainly did not tell them to deliver a live turkey.
Well, they said you did.
Never. Why in Sam Hill would I order a live turkey?
Well, they said you did.
Who's they? Who's this they that said I ordered a live turkey?
The people at the turkey farm.
Well, who? Who'd you talk to?
I don't know who. 3 or 4 people who couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear them. The place was so noisy, and nobody knew anything about it anyway, and they hung up on me, and I called back. Well, the line was busy. I kept calling, and finally they answered. I went through the whole thing again about how they delivered us a live turkey, and this dumb girl, the dumbest girl I've ever seen. She said, well, what about it? I said, what about it? We don't want a live turkey.
All right, then now calm down. Calm down.
Calm down. We have 25 of your relatives and mine coming for dinner tomorrow.
All right, look, I'll call the turkey farm. We'll have this one picked up and replaced with one that's been killed and dressed. So stop worrying.
The girl finally looked up the order after I spelled our name and our address to her for the 5th time. And the order for Piper, 13, Rainbow Lake, said, don't kill, deliver Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
But that is ridiculous, I tell you. I called them when I won the turkey in the raffle. You know, that was 2 weeks ago. And the girl I talked to said they'd send it right out. Well, I said, no, we didn't want it then.
Yeah.
I may have said, don't kill it now, to deliver it the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Oh, for the love of Mike, I'll call them now.
Well, it's no use. They're sold out, and the men are out delivering the turkeys now.
Why would anybody order a live turkey? I mean, it's unbelievable that people who handle turkeys, that's their business, would deliver a live...
Well, I asked her that. Apparently, they have customers who order them live. Restaurants sometimes who keep them a few days and want them freshly killed, especially on long holiday weekends.
Well, we are not a restaurant.
Well, all I can say is it's the last time we're ever going to buy a raffle ticket. If we do win something, it just boomerangs into trouble.
Yeah. Remember the time Bill Paulson sent us a live turkey for a joke?
Yes, but we sent it back. If we can't send back, we'll have no turkey at all. So, I'll leave it to you, I guess, to be the Lord High Executioner.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
Well, if you want to wait, Aunt Effie drove down to the shopping center to get Alvin. Now, he wanted to do some shopping. They live on a farm. Alvin has all his life here. He's, more used to this sort of thing.
No, Pete's sake. I guess I can kill a turkey.
Oh, look at him.
Now, don't start that.
Well, you said kill him, and that's when he gobbled, just as though he knew.
You certainly make me feel great. I don't relish this,
How will you do it, dear?
Do it? With an axe, I guess. Just chop off his head.
Oh, honey, don't even talk like that.
Well, for Pete's sake, what do you suggest?
Well, I don't know. There must be some more humane way than that. Could you chloroform him?
Who ever heard of chloroforming a turkey?
Well, I don't want to hear any more talk of chopping his head off. It just seems so mean, dear. Look at him. Hello. Oh, I can't even look him in the eye. When I realize I'm planning to stuff him with dressing and make gravy and cut up giblets...
Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Let me lift this crate out to the garage and get this darn thing over with.
The vet. Why don't we take him to Brownie's vet? He could just give him a shot of something that would put him painlessly out of the way.
Take him to a vet. That is all I need. A $10 veterinarian's bill for services rendered my Thanksgiving turkey.
Well, still, it would be painless, dear.
Look, it just takes 1 second to chop off his head, and that's painless, too. Well, look, I better get something to pry open this crate. Get out of the way, will you, honey? I'm going to get into this bottom drawer here. My little crowbar's in here, and
How do you know?
Because I put it in there.
No, I mean, how do you know it's painless to have your head cut off?
Oh, now listen, will you?
I read something recently that said when Charlotte Corday was beheaded by the guillotine, some observers swore that when the head was severed and fell, the eyes opened, and she said, I am innocent. Only, of course, she said it in French. But some claim that it proves something.
Yes. Well, if I chop off this turkey's head and he opens his eyes and says, I am innocent, I agree. It will prove something. Especially if he says it in French.
Look, I know you think I'm squeamish about
this.
Look,
if it'll make you feel any better, I'll get my gun and shoot him.
Shoot him? When he's in the crate?
Well, if I take him out, he'll get loose, and my marksmanship is not what I
Well, it certainly doesn't seem very sporting to shoot him while he's in the crate. He wouldn't have a chance.
He's not supposed to have a chance. We're having him for dinner.
Besides, isn't it against the law to shoot off a gun in town? Yes, it is. You can shoot people, but I don't think you can shoot birds, and a turkey is a bird.
It has always been my impression that it was against the law to shoot people, in or out of town.
You know what I mean. Intruders, burglars, while defending your home. What are you doing?
And I'm just loosening the crate a little here so it opens easily when I get outside. You know, it's cold out. I don't want
I know. That's why we brought the turkey into the kitchen. Aunt Effie said the poor little thing could get pneumonia. She did.
Would you please just go into the living room and Get out of the way and let me handle this. In fact, keep an eye on the children so they don't realize. By the way, where are Betsy and Bobby?
Upstairs in Betsy's room. I gave her a dime to build him a road of blocks for his little cars and watch him until dinner tonight, which I haven't even started in all the excitement. Well, I'll go see how they're doing.
All right, well, don't let them come downstairs. They might look into the garage or something.
Yeah, all right, dear, all right. You just take... Betsy! You children getting along all right up there? Betsy?
We're not upstairs, Mommy. We're here in Daddy's den.
Daddy's den? What are you doing in Daddy's den, huh?
Daddy wanted me to build a big road out of blocks, and my bedroom wasn't big enough, Mommy. Look, Mommy, big bus going over the bridge.
Oh, yes, darling. Bus going over a bridge. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Yes, that is exciting. Yes, a bridge. You get these blocks picked up right after dinner, Betsy. This is Daddy's den, and you know we don't allow either of you to bring your toys in here. Oh, don't tell me he cut off one of his own fingers.
What, Mommy?
What is it, dear? Nothing. What, Bobby? What is it? Oh, grab him. Don't let him fly all over the house.
Look, it is not quite so simple. You try to grab him.
Well, how did he get out?
Oh, look, I only took one small ball. I was going to do the rest when I got outside. I just turned my back for 1 second. Whoosh, he was out, and he sailed right past my head into the dining room. Oh, golly.
Take Bobby and go upstairs.
Oh, no, Mommy. I want to watch the turkey, please. Turkey, Mommy.
Quiet, everybody. Don't anybody move. Don't move.
He sees you. He sees you sneaking up on him. Easy. There. Grab him!
You missed him, Daddy. Oh, Daddy, are you hurt? Your lip's bleeding.
Go upstairs, Betsy, and get the first aid kit. Oh, now where did the turkey go?
We'll return to the couple next door in just a moment. In this land of plenty, we occasionally forget that millions of less fortunate people elsewhere in the world are hungry, sick, and destitute. But the three great religious faiths of our country, Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish, haven't forgotten. They conduct annual campaigns to help the needy overseas. 80% of all volunteer aid is channeled through religious organizations here. Because of the scope of this great charitable work, United States government surplus food can be distributed at low cost. For example, $1 will send more than 300 pounds of food abroad. But the money you contribute to your church or synagogue goes for more than food. It helps send clothing, bedding, and medicine, too. It goes toward the maintenance of hospitals and orphanages, to initiate and carry out self-help and resettlement projects. During this month of Thanksgiving, keep faith for those in need overseas. Give for your faith.
Need more boiling water if we expect to get all these pin feathers out.
Sit still, Aunt Effie. I'll heat some.
No, dear, you sit right there. You've had a more exhausting day than I have. Oh, I'm sorry, but I tell you, when Alvin and I walked in the front door and saw you two leaping around the living room trying to throw a pillowcase over that turkey's head.
Well, I'll confess the humor of it escapes me at the moment. Are you using the tweezers?
No, you can have them. I never knew a turkey had so many feathers. My eyes, my back just ache. Oh, look at this kitchen. Well, we'll pick up the mess when we're all through. Why don't you put some ice on that lip, dear? You look as though you'd gone 6 rounds with Joe Louis.
I put ice on it. It's puffed up anyway. At least it doesn't hurt anymore.
I'm glad Alvin killed the turkey. I tell you, when you first yelled, I had a vision of you with that axe you never use. And I thought, oh, he has lost a finger or a hand or a foot or
Look,
something.
I'm worried about that myself. I feel lucky to come out of this with just a cut lip. Oh, boy, look at it, though.
Oh, there's a car turning in. Oh. Alvin and Betsy must be back from the movies.
Yeah, well, it's about time. You know, I really don't approve of Betsy's going to the movies at night.
Neither do I, dear, but tomorrow is a holiday, and she was so upset about the turkey being killed. Yeah, I thought it would take her mind off it.
Well, Alvin just dotes on Betsy. He's crazy about children anyway.
I know. I think I better start sweeping up these feathers now. The place looks like a down quilt factory. Oh, isn't
Just
it?
roll the papers up, dear. That's why I put newspapers all over.
Yes, I know.
Look, don't let them come in this way. The wind will blow the feathers all over.
Yeah,
Betsy, don't come in.
Alvin, go around. Go around.
Betsy!
Close that door! We can close the door!
But Uncle Alvin is still out.
Oh, yes. Oh, Alvin, don't come in this way, dear. Go around to the front door.
But it's beautiful, like it's snowing in the kitchen.
Come on, let's sweep them up.
Oh, dear.
Boy, I sometimes wonder if the Pilgrims had any idea what they started.
The Couple Next Door stars Peg Lynch and Ellen Bunce with Margaret Hamilton, Francie Myers, and Madeline Pierce, and is produced by Walter Hart and directed by Dick Stenta. This is Warren Sweeney speaking.
This was an original old radio broadcast presented by Radio of Yesteryear. Terrell Hawkins speaking.
CBS Radio brings you The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Ellen Bunce.
Dear, the alarm. Get it. I can't reach it.
Oh, what? What's the matter?
Turn the alarm off before it wakes the whole family, dear.
Oh.
Get it.
Oh, golly. 3:30? Who in Sam Hill set the alarm for 3:30?
I did. Don't go back to sleep because I want you to get up and help me. Don't want Aunt Effie getting up now.
Get up at 3:30 in the morning? What are you talking about?
I want you to help me with the turkey. After we get it stuffed and tied and in the oven, you can come back up to bed. But I have
You out of your mind or something? 3:30? Don't turn out the light, please.
It's a 28-pound turkey, and it'll take at least 9 hours to bake. I suddenly realized after we went to bed that if we're going to eat dinner by 1 o'clock, turkey has to go in the oven by 4. Now, here's your bathrobe, dear, and your slippers. Now, come on.
I don't believe this. I just don't believe it.
And I didn't either. I was lying here in the dark trying to figure a 28-pound turkey and how long it would take to cook it. I had to get up, get paper and pencil, and do some multiplying. I just, thought of getting up.
This isn't typical, you and your arithmetic. As usual, you multiplied wrong, no doubt, which explains why I'm awakened at 3:30 in the morning.
All right, you figure it out. Turkey weighs 28 pounds, and if you allow 20 minutes to the pound, multiply that, and you get, where's my paper? You get 560 minutes divided by 60 is 9 hours and 20 minutes, right?
Oh, golly, I don't know. Here, excuse me. Give me the pencil and paper.
I thought you could always do these things in your head, dear.
At this hour, I probably couldn't even add 2 and 2 in my head. Boy, the house is cold, too. Now, let me see. 28-pound turkey, oh, golly, 20 minutes to the pound.
That's 9 hours and 20 minutes. That's what you got, too.
Yeah. Look, why in Sam Hill would
your voice down? Wake the children and Aunt Effie and Alvin? No reason why they should all get up, too, just because we have to.
There isn't any reason why anybody in his right mind should get up at 3:30 in the morning to put a turkey in the oven.
Well, your family and my family are arriving for Thanksgiving dinner. Now, it was decided we'd better have dinner by 1 o'clock. Because they all have to drive back home today. Now, unless you want to put 25 people up for the night, we have to have an early dinner.
All right. Let's get the bird in the oven.
Dear, will you please hold the turkey steady while I'm trying to sew him up? Huh?
You got too much stuffing in this
No,
turkey.
I haven't. If you would help me a little instead of just standing there with your eyes closed.
Look, I am so darn sleepy.
So am I, dear, but this has to be done. What happened to those wonderful metal clamps I have somewhere is a mystery to me. So much better than all this sewing him up with needle and thread.
Oh, honey, here. Let me do it, will you?
No.
Yes,
right,
just give me the needle.
Well, all right, here.
Yeah.
I'll try to hold the sides together.
No, let me do it. Let me do it.
Huh?
I mean, it's just the easier, that's all. It seems to me you need a bigger needle than this in the beginning.
I know, it's the biggest one I could find.
Now then, you want me to do a cross stitch or a running stitch?
Oh.
Or shall I be real fancy and embroider our initials?
Just sew him up. Get him in the oven. It's nearly 4 o'clock now. I better get out the roaster, too.
Well, I tell you one thing. If I had known I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning to put any turkey in the oven, we'd never have asked that whole kitten caboodle of relatives to come over.
I know, but
What did you do? Keep quiet. Don't wake the family. Stand still. Don't lose the needle. Where is it?
It's in my finger.
Oh, well, don't just dance around. Stand still. Just stand still. Let me see. Now pull it out. Honestly, I pulled it out. Now you're all right. You'll live. Now, honey, get away. Don't drip blood on the turkey. Now put your finger under the faucet.
Boy, that is what I call sympathy.
Oh, now I've heard footsteps upstairs. You must have awakened Aunt Effie letting out a yell like that when you just pricked your finger, really.
That needle went in at least half an inch.
Well,
half an inch.
All right, half an inch. Let it bleed, then wash your hands with soap and water.
Yeah.
And the first aid kit is on the bottom shelf of that cupboard. I think you're going to live, dear.
Boy, you certainly would have made a terrible nurse, is all I got to say.
I have had lecture after lecture from you on not being too sympathetic when the children get hurt. Take it in your stride, you always say, or they'll think they're hurt worse than they are.
Well, certainly, that's right. That's my advice for the children. When I'm wounded, especially in the line of duty, I expect to be babied and pampered.
I see. All right, dear. I am terribly sorry you stabbed yourself with a needle.
My goodness. What happened?
Oh, now you've got
Well,
her.
what are you doing up at this hour?
Morning, Aunt Effie. Dawned on me after we all went to bed that with a 28-pound turkey, it would take 9 hours or more to bake. If we want to eat by 1, it has to go in the oven by 4.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I thought of that, too, after Alvin and I went to bed. And then I thought, well, maybe she's planning to eat later.
Now, no. You know we decided we had to eat
Yes,
early. And the folks probably won't get here until, 11:30 or 12. Then if we eat by 1 and we want any time to sit around and visit afterwards, and I know they'll all want to start back before dark. You know, most of them have quite a drive.
Yes,
so it's,
yes, I know. Well, I'm up. I'll help.
Didn't you ask what happened to me?
What?
I stuck my finger with a needle. Went in about half an inch.
Needle? My goodness, don't you have those metal clamps for the turkey?
Yes, somewhere. Of course, now I can't find them, you know.
Where are the Band-Aids?
Well, you can't use Band-Aids on a turkey. They wouldn't stick.
Oh, for my finger.
I'll finish up sewing the turkey. Have you got the oven on, the roaster out?
I was just getting the roaster out when he let out this yell.
I know, I heard him. That's what woke me. Honestly, a grown man.
Look, I was stabbed here. Look, you can see where it went in. See, look there. See this right there.
I want Aunt Effie to kiss it and make it well.
Yes.
He does.
All right. Come on. Let's get Oscar there in the oven so we can all catch a few more winks before daybreak.
Well, honey, as long as we're up, I think we might as well stay up.
Oh.
Well, now, there will be 25 of us for dinner. Now, there are things we just couldn't do until the last minute anyway. We've got to set the tables, round up enough chairs. In fact, you could start bringing down things from upstairs, like my dressing table bench, you know, and Betsy's dressing table bench and things like that. Here's the roaster. I think I'll start peeling potatoes, so, you know, we don't have that.
Is that the largest roaster you have?
Yes. Why, don't you think that we can...
Why, no, dear. This is a 28-pound turkey. You'll never get it in...
Oh, love of Mike, Aunt Effie is right. You've been planning to use this?
Yes, it's the only roaster we've got. In fact, it's the largest anything we've got. Well, of course let's try it. Lift it in. Put it in.
Turkey is not going to go in there. I can tell you that right now.
Try it. Lift it in, will you?
You can tell from looking at it.
Could you try it?
All
Could
right.
you try it? All right.
All right.
See if it goes.
Hey, boy. Feels more like 38 pounds. Look. Yeah, now, satisfied?
Oh, dear, you must have known it wouldn't fit.
I never thought, Aunt Effie. I just, had the turkey and I thought I'd get out the roast. Well, what do we do?
Well, haven't you anything larger? Anything?
No, I know I haven't. There's no sense prowling through the cupboards.
Well, now, do you know anybody who's got a large roaster?
Well, it's Thanksgiving. I suppose everyone's using her own roaster. Wait a minute. Ann Lundell isn't there going to her mother's for dinner. Maybe we could borrow Ann's. I'll call her.
At 4 o'clock in the morning?
Well...
You cannot call somebody at this hour and ask to borrow a roaster or anything else.
Look, Ann is one of my closest friends. She will understand that I'm on a spot.
4 o'clock in the morning.
We've got to get the turkey in the oven if we're going to eat by 1 o'clock.
If we wait until 8 o'clock to call Ann, that's 4 hours lost. We couldn't possibly eat until late afternoon.
If we don't eat until 5, then you'll have to give them all lunch when they get here.
Yeah, no. Heavens, we certainly didn't plan on giving people lunch. Now, darling, please go upstairs and get dressed, will you?
Get dressed?
As it is, we won't get the turkey in now before 5, which means eating at 2 o'clock. An hour lost already, which is just about what it will take you to drive over to Ann's and get the roaster. Now, I'll call Ann, so if you will please get dressed.
No, sir. No, sir. Look, I am not arriving at anybody's house at 4 o'clock in the morning. Ann would kill me, and I wouldn't blame her.
Ann is my closest friend. Now, don't worry. She'll understand.
Golly, Ann, I'm awful sorry. I know it's an unearthly hour to get anybody up.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, come in.
I said, Ann will kill me, and I wouldn't blame her.
Well, frankly, I thought of it, but it's Thanksgiving, so I decided to let you live.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to ring the doorbell, Ann. I understood, you were going to leave the roaster on the back porch, and I'd just pick it up. Well, I couldn't find the roaster out there, so I...
Yeah, it's in the top cupboard, and I can't get it down. Jack always has to do it for me, and I knew he'd kill me if I woke him.
Yeah, sure. Well,
in that top cupboard up there. And there's some kettles inside it. So be careful. Don't want to wake Jack and the children.
No, I'll be careful. But that top cupboard up there, that one? Yeah. Look, you got a kitchen stepladder, Ann?
Oh, it's broken. You have to climb up on the counter there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, it's okay. I can manage. Boy, I kept saying I hate to do this to Ann, and she said, Ann's my closest friend. She'll understand.
Well, it's in that top cupboard. Now, be careful when you pull it out.
Yeah. Oh, it certainly is nice of you. We really appreciate it. Oh, here it is. Now then, if I can just get it out without... Hey, I got it, I think. Look, as I said, we can't thank you enough.
Careful. Now look out for the other kettle.
Yeah, well, I got it. Oh, got
Well, honey, it'd be great for you didn't fall and break a leg. Having to climb up the way you did with one foot on the stove. Just be glad it was only a bunch of kettles that fell down, dear.
Well, I wonder if you have any idea how I felt when the rest of Ann's family came galloping down to the kitchen. Jack, who thought a burglar had broken in. Then the two children, who started to cry. Dog was barking, and Jack's mother, who kept yelling, I'll call the police! I'll call the police!
Oh, that's ridiculous. Didn't Ann explain?
Oh, yes, everybody simmered down, but I can assure you, not one of them understood why it was necessary for anybody to be borrowing a turkey roaster at 4:30 in the morning, including me.
Well, the worst of it is...
Oh, I don't think we better tell him, Aunt Effie. Wait until he simmers down a bit.
Tell me what? Oh, go on, let me have it. What's happened now?
Well...
you might as well tell him, dear.
Well, I was going to call you over at Ann's, and I thought, well, after waking her up and asking to borrow it, I hate to let her know that now we don't need the roaster.
Don't need it?
Well, honey, the
don't need it.
Aren't coming.
Smoke's aren't coming, dear.
Your mother called, and there's a terrible sleet storm there, and they finally decided they better not come.
Well, I called my mother and told her what your mother said, and she said that it was just starting there, too. And they'd wondered last night whether they should come or not. They're waiting, to see what it was like this morning. But anyhow, all in all, we decided that what with driving conditions...
Well, we turned on the radio, and the temperature's expected to drop 20 degrees. And the announcer said, stay home.
Which is what I should have done, stayed home.
I guess so.
Well, aren't you going to cook the turkey anyhow?
Well, honey, 6 of us could never eat a 28-pound turkey.
What are you going to do with it?
Oh, we took the stuffing out of it, and we didn't think we should freeze the turkey with the stuffing in. And we'll just put the turkey in the freezer.
Are we going to have any Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh, we thought we'd go out.
Go out?
Mm-hmm.
Out? For Thanksgiving dinner? Well, it seems to me that's the one meal of the year you ought to eat at home.
Oh, Aunt Effie, what did I tell you? I knew he'd be this way. Well, we had another idea, but I didn't know how you'd go for that either, since you always feel Thanksgiving should be just family. But how about calling some people we know here in town who are probably eating alone?
Yes, like my friend Aurelia Jensen and her sister Aggie.
And that bachelor from your office who lives at the hotel. I mean, we know several people, dear, who... Well, I know it's last minute sort of thing, but we could act as though they're helping us eat up the turkey since the folks can't come, so they don't think that we're feeling sorry for them. As a matter of fact, I think it'd be fun, dear. You don't.
Who said I didn't? I was just thinking of who else we could ask. I think it's a great idea.
Oh, good.
Get the turkey in the oven.
All right, dear.
The Couple Next Door stars Peg Lynch and Alan Bunt.
This was an original old radio broadcast presented by Radio of Yesteryear. Terrell Hawkins speaking.